and welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk. And this, my friends, is The Thunder Show. And if you don't know what The Thunder Show is, it is the internet's best darn wine television program. And if you couldn't deal with that energy, I promise you the knowledge we're going to kick through all the 300 episodes, plus, actually we're almost getting to 400 episodes, is going to give you a lot of value. And today's show is going to bring a lot of value because we're going to be talking about boxed wine. And I like that because, that talks about what we're all about with Wine Library TV, breaking preconceived notions, tradition. There's a lot going on in the box and Tetra Pak style wine market. And today we've got 4 newcomers to this kind of packaging to see if they're bringing the thunder in this kind of package world and, marketing and all this interesting stuff. We'll see if the wine's any good. I'm very excited about this. Probably the single most requested show left for the Thunder Show to do is box wine, and we're going to do it for you today, and I'm really excited about that. But first, I'm going to talk about something that is extremely near and dear to my heart. I'm very proud and honored to be a part of Menu for Hope, which is a UN World Food Program that is doing some amazing things in Mont. We're going to need to link it up. We're going to have some links for you. Where I get really excited is this is, helping out people less fortunate than you, and I'm all about that. I'm all about family, and this is an opportunity where food and wine bloggers are getting involved, and Alderiato from Vinography reached out, and I put together an amazing grand prize, which is this. I'm going to not a grand prize, excuse me, it's a donation that I think they're doing auction for. Again, follow the links below the video to all the details, but the my part of the donation, there's amazing stuff. There's Eric Asimov from the New York Times, dinner with him, and lots of free wine from lots of other purveyors. I mean, just an amazing, amazing event. It's the 4th year, and it's exciting stuff, and I'm glad to be a part of it. And please follow the link. My portion donation is I will come to your home and do an episode of The Thunder Show for you and your 8 friends, period. Not taped. Though that will probably be the grand prize. We will probably, by the way, all those great ideas for the next Vaniac Wine Library TV contest, we will definitely probably be doing a grand prize of me coming to your home with Mott and taping. There you go, Mott. He didn't even know until that second. Taping an episode of Wine Library TV live from your home. And I'm going to figure out how we're going to do that, what kind of contest in a little bit. But please support Menu for Hope. It's a tremendous situation, and I'm extremely excited about it. And I'm glad to be doing WLTV today for you, even though the Jets did lose to the Browns, who I don't like the Browns for some unknown reason. But anyway, also, Montana Legend came through last week and gave Dave Gregg a $500 bottle of wine. Well, this time, a Chateau Lafleur 1986, $800 value Bordeaux, a classic producer. We will be giving it away, courtesy of Montana Legend. Link them up as we continue the steak theme with them. And next Monday, we got something really special with them. And I'm excited about that. And today, there is a question of the day attached again by Montana Legend. You leave a comment, and I will draw, like we did the other day, your name out of a bucket, and you will win this bottle. So we will be doing that drawing on Friday of this week. Last time we did it the next day. A lot of people don't watch the episode to 24, 46 hours. 46, why didn't I say 48? Anyway, $850 worth of pure Bordeaux pleasure coming to you from Montana Legend, plus a $10.99 form. I think you're going to have to do. We'll worry about that because it's over $600 value, Mom. So, look what I found. Another Thunder kit. Anyway, so that's that. One last thing before I get into the wine. I know I'm blabbing a lot, but underneath the football, lots and lots of guests, coming through. But Parduce, John L., Mike Diz, and first Taylor, you 4. If that's your screen name and you left a comment and your guess was nothing. Very impressive. Love the new wristband idea. But great job by those 4 peeps. And I want you peeps to email me at garyv@winelibrary.com. I got something a little special for you. Tremendous effort to those 4. Great job figuring out the humor thought process of WLTV. And now let's get directly into the vino that we're doing today. And we're starting with the Bandit 2006 Pinot Grigio from California in 1-liter bottle. This wine is $6 for a liter. So, that's a bottle and a third. Let's pour a little bit of that. A little rinse first. And I'm excited about this. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I know I did. To my sisters, my favorite little sis, Lizzie. Yes, same name as my wife, Lizzie. Really funny stuff. Anyway, $6. Bandit comes from the people that did the Three Thieves that come in that jug. Very creative, very marketing-driven guys who've done some really fascinating, special things. Great price point. I think that the revolution of quality wines in Tetra Paks and box wine is coming. We see what's going on in the UK and the Australian wine markets where it's a dominant force. And it very much shoots to a younger demo, obviously a little bit more open-minded. And it's been working. The US has been a little bit slower, mainly because our entire demo and thought process and, and look towards wine is far more archaic than our counterparts, mainly because we're not as long cultured in the wine industry. But the Thunder Show and the Vaniac movement is trying to get people to embrace their own palates, try different things, and be open-minded. I don't drink a lot of box wine, but I'm excited, and hopefully we'll find something that I will enjoy here. So back to the Bandit Pinot Grigio. It's got a little bit of color, and let's pour out a little bit something for all the people that drink Franzia and all the other box wines through the years. This show is for you. Sniffy sniff time. It's got a really classic Pinot Grigio nose. I get a little apple peel. Really doesn't come across much different than most PGs that I've come across in the under $10 price point. I do get a little Goosen with an N berry. I also get a tiny, tiny tad of kiwi. Aromatically, it's very much on point with a lot of Pinot Grigios I'm familiar with. Santa Margherita, Santi, a lot of those type of producers. It's coming across very much stylistically like a Pinot Grigio on the nose. Let's give it a whirl. Good, nice, crisp acidity. Little fruit, little maybe like dandelion flavors coming through, which is fine. I love how they say 33% more wine on the packaging. The back is really neat. They've got all these different reasons, 10 reasons why you should be drinking this. Some of them, 1 truckload of this is equal to 26 truckloads of empty glass. So environmentally friendly with the way our culture is going. I see this becoming more and more of a possibility of wines of quality going in this range. Now, I know that's far-fetched, but you take a couple pioneers, they start doing it, they do well, and the market moves immediately. We all know that. You do a couple things right, the market moves. Atari made video games, it worked, and a market moved. That's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Things happen. Think about all the things that did not exist 20 years ago. Bottled water for $5, get out of your face. $3.50, $4, $5. I'm choking for a cup of coffee. Your great-grandparents would kick you in the neck if they saw you pay that much for coffee. Markets change, trends change. Don't be closed-minded. This is a very solid Pinot Grigio, and I'm not kidding. An 85 pointer for me, which is very pleasant. I would drink this wine sometime, and I'm not kidding. This is as good as many of the Pinot Grigios in the price points of $8 to $10 that I've come across. And I'll be very honest with you. Close to Santa Margherita, I'll be honest with you, I actually think this is a better wine, or in the same realm. And that's the standard, and some of you are paying $20 a bottle for that. And if you think I'm kidding, go out and get one of each of these. I think Bandit's everywhere. This is darn solid. Great effort, good job. A shockingly good start to the show, and let's get it going. Now, before I get into this, I want to talk to you about the thing I'm most excited about. Single most thing. Mott, show him the wall. Last time, we ran out. Get back here, Mott. We did the secret Thanksgiving pack. If you go back to Thanksgiving Day episode on Wine Library TV, if you'd like, we did a secret pack of Thanksgiving wines and shipped it out to hundreds of Vaniacs, and we shared an enormous amount of email telling me how that might have been the best experience they've ever had with wine, doing it with their family, getting other people involved. And so, of course, I want you to join me on Christmas Day. Later, after you do your thing, we will air it. Mott, we know how to do it. Don't worry, Mott's getting worried that he had to come in already. This will air on Christmas Day. We've made a bunch of packs, obviously, for you, and we're going to link it up down below. We expect to sell out again. Again, very difficult because we've only got so many of the wines, and obviously I can't replace them in the pack or make more packs because once the wines are gone, those are the 4 wines that are going to be on the show. The Christmas pack is $54.99. There is shipping, no free shipping on this one. We cut it real close. Did some big discounts with the wines. $54.99, and I highly, highly recommend you order this ASAP today. Link it up, Mott. Link it up again. I might have said it already because I really want. It's unbelievable to me how much my heart warmed through all the emails from Thanksgiving. It was a humongous success. Not only that, If you'd like, this is a great idea to send out as a gift. Just remember in the notes field to tell them to watch WineLibraryTV.com on Christmas Day. It's a unique, New World kind of way to give a gift. $54.99, 4 wines, me, you, Christmas Day or after. A lot of people still just now watching the Thanksgiving show along with the 4 wines, but so many of you scream and yell, hundreds of emails a day telling me to tell you ahead of time what we're doing. These 4 wines, secret, have been lowered by $10 or $11 in retail. We did something nice. You're going to enjoy it. The wines are very interesting. I'm very excited. It's a very specific thought process behind the wines, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Please join me on Christmas because I don't want to get I'm pressing because I don't want to get the emails from everybody who's like, I missed out. So if you're watching, get on board, and I'm telling you, great idea for gifts. So cool. If somebody did that to me for like tea or sushi, so interactive using Web 2.0, you like that, right? It's pretty cool. Let's move on. This is the Bois de Box. Bois de Box is a California 3-liter box. This wine is $12 for a 3-liter box. So you're getting 4 bottles of wine for 12 bones. That's $3 a bottle. Really cool. Well, gotta get it going here. You know? Let's see what's going on here. I feel so much better. It's amazing. I don't know, it's just like a sense of relief. I don't know. All right, so. All right, 12 bones. Chatira, sorry. And, you know, $3 a bottle. It's a nice, compact little 3-liter, fits in the fridge probably perfectly. California Chardonnay, 2006 vintage. A little bit of color, little spill there. Again, I don't want to forget the Franzi and the Engelnick and all those peeps. Got to give it to them. The Bois de Box's new technology keeps our premium wines fresh for more than a month after opening. You know, this is a great entry level for people that, you know, the CKCs, if this is good. I mean, a good price point. Let's give it a whirl. Sniffy sniff time. Coming across very sugar water, really sugar water, which concerns me with Chardonnay a lot of times. I feel like I'm getting a good shot of Splenda mixed in with, you know, a little hint of pear, which is fine, but it really smells like pear juice coming through. Not classic Chardonnay, no oak, which is fine, because, you know, the oak monster scares the crap out of me anyway. But really coming through fruity, but very fake, and I'm worried about it off the top. Let's give it a whirl. Not for me. You know, just coming across very tart, too acidic, not pleasurable in any shape or form. You know, and I was getting excited. It's kind of like you want to go to get a massage, and you get Bruno, and he beats the piss out of you. This wine beat the piss out of my palate. I'm really kind of actually not enjoying it at this point. I'm actually starting to get borderline mad. They used green, which I like. A lot of green, actually, early on. I'm going to score this wine 57 points. I'm going to give it 7 points above the 50 points you get for being a wine, just because it was not the worst thing I ever put in my mouth, but this is a pretty poor effort. And again, this is where the cachet of box wine really gets put into play. To me, this is not a good example of Chardonnay. And, you know, I'm trying to remember of $2 Chuck, which was $3 a bottle Chardonnay. I know we kind of panned it on the Thunder Show too. Kind of be fun to look back at that. But my palate is hurting right now, and so that's disappointing. That sucked. All right, Cuvee de Pena. This is pretty cool, isn't it? Now, what's really amazing about this Mott is the Cuvee de Pena is from the Pyrenees. You know, French, and you know, product of France. And you'd never think it, you know, but 50% Grenache, 30% Syrah, 20% Carignan, 2004 vintage. Now, what really gets cool about this is that this wine is $19 for the box and 85 points Pierre Avani, who used to write for Robert Parker. What do we do here? Little rinse. So, 85 points Pierre Avani. He's a pretty tough critic. $19 for a 3-liter box. Again, 4 bottles, so almost $5 a bottle coming through. So, you know, not super inexpensive. Coming from a very respectable critic. Coming from France. Southwest France has been really good to us lately. We've been liking the wines. Very intriguing concept and a totally different take on, where everybody likes to say, oh, all the New World, like Thirsty Lizard. I mean, that walks right into it. All the New World Australians and all that, they're doing the box wine. No, here's a traditional place in the world coming through, and I'm excited about it. Has some really nice color, no issues whatsoever. Mom, are you going to be involved in the secret pack? You should take a secret pack home and drink along Christmas Day.
Okay.
Anyway.
I won't be able to post them.
You'd be too drunk to... Anyway, this is coming from a traditional place in the world and is really, really interesting. I mean, I'm excited about this. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. The nose is interesting. It actually smells exactly like a couple things. One, it smells, really spookily, exactly like a brand new pair of Nike Air Force Ones. That smell when you smell inside a sneaker? Exactly like that on a nose. First time I've ever smelled anything like this. It might be coming from the packaging. It really might, because it's got a very rubbery kind of... You know what I'm talking... Oh my God, Mott, smell this? You've smelled inside sneakers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Smell it.
Yeah.
Is that insane? It smells... really like it. There's little hints of cherries coming through as well. It's almost like you smell... So maybe threw a couple cherries in there. But I'm telling you, out of anything that has tasted exactly like something on the Thunder Show, this is way up there. This comes across to me exactly like new sneakers, and I'm darn fascinated. Insane. Let's give it a whirl. Some pretty bitter tannins coming through in this wine. Awkward, sharp, roasted roasted green peppers, maybe meeting some sort of yeah. It's got some fascinating fruit on the mid palate. A little shot of black pepper, and I do get a little hint of dirty snails, escargot, dirt. But again, an awfully distracting flavor coming through all over your palate. I just can't see how anybody, and nobody likes the funky funk more in their mouth than me. I just don't see a lot of people really enjoying this style. I think Pierre Ravani either A, had this out of a glass bottle, which I know they offer as well, or something has happened as this wine has sat within this packaging, because this is an 04 vintage, so it's probably been in this pack for a while. I'm giving this wine a major pass. I'm going to roll in at about 63 points on this wine. I'm really disappointed. I expected this really to be the Thunder. I was really on paper expecting this one to be the wine that was going to articulate to you that it's time to go out and try boxed wines, but this has been a very disappointing effort. Very. Thirsty Lizard. 2005 Shiraz, 83 points. Wine Enthusiast, 2005 vintage. And this wine is $7 for a 1 liter Tetra Pak type thing. They don't call this a Tetra Pak. I thought I saw something, they called it something here. Yeah, this is called the Prisma Pack. Alternatives to pour our wine into. That's when we came across the Prisma Pack. So this is a Prisma Pack. I'm sure it's similar to the Tetra Pak. Again, the Lizard from Australia, the New World, Australia, New Zealand. These places have been quicker to adopt this kind of alternative packaging. You would be shocked at the sales, but the UK market has been very quick because of the big, supermarket chains and things of that nature carrying these wines. They've been very much adopting to this kind of packaging, open-minded. Some really nice color on the Shiraz. Let's give it a little bit of a sniffy sniff. Comes across classic on the nose. It's really funny. This smells exactly like a lot of, Yellowtail, Alice White, Amaru, Rosemount, Penfolds type $8 wines smell like on the nose, whereas this was a really obvious weirdness going on. So it's the two kind of differences there. Maybe this is a sense of, they don't age. And maybe this was just too long in that kind of packaging. That might be something behind that theory. Anyway, classic cranberry coming through. Fake fruit all day long. Everything I bust on Australia for, it's got it. This is sugar-fied grape juice coming through. High C love all the way. Let's give it a whirl. some fresh fruit. You know, I get strawberries cut in half, pretty, with a little hint of maybe like, almost like a little balsamic vinegar put on top of the strawberries. It's kind of pretty that way. I can't get away from the straight Splenda fake fruit, no doubt. Everything that I get worried about in the Australian movement in the jug wines is here. But I'm going to tell you something. This tastes like Yellowtail. I mean, this is really very similar to Yellowtail Shiraz. To me, this is an 80, 77. Let's go 78 points on that just because Jonathan Goodwin, old school offensive lineman for the Jets. 78-point wine, not appalling. I can see a lot of people enjoying this wine because millions drink Yellowtail and Alice Way and Rosemount. And it really falls in line with the category. So, you know, in summing up my thought process as I've just gone through this tasting, the Cuvee de Pena, because it's an 04, I'm curious, you know, I mean, we're talking about a couple years in the box, and so I feel like there is the possibility that these products are left in the box too long, some funkiness can go. I'm telling you, the inside of a sneaker, straight up. The Bandit blew me away in a category where I think people are completely fooled by Pinot Grigios in America, and I would love, if you're drinking Pinot Grigios, especially if you're drinking Santa Margarita Pinot Grigio, if you can make me that favor to go out and try this, I think, and you blind taste it, or maybe your wife or your husband or your friends drink it, maybe you have them over and pour this instead, and telling them you maybe pour this into the Santa Margarita bottle. I'm telling you, get a little sneaky. I think you'll get interested. I think you'll be very, very much surprised. Big shout out, birthday, a little late, to Lydia Rodriguez. I promised her that. Question of the day, to get your $1,800 bottle of wine, $700-800 bottle of wine, is what is the best and worst steak you've ever had? You've got to leave a comment to be eligible. Then we'll print them all out like we did last time, and I'll draw your name, and you will win this bottle. Dave Grega's bottle is on the way. The secret pack, do not forget. I think they're going to be gone by today or tomorrow, so please join me on Christmas. It is going to be a kick-butt show on the Thunder Show on Christmas with these 4 wines. Taste along day after Christmas. It'll be awesome. And other than that, I'm doing good, Mott. Please, please, please check out the Menu for Hope link down below. That is a big deal, very special to me, and I'm very proud to be a part of it. Love your family. Had a lot of cool chats this weekend. Did over 1,700 emails on Saturday. I hope a bunch of you got it. I do apologize for anybody that's emailing me in Corked and Facebook. If you really need to get a hold of me, GaryV@WineLibrary.com is the way to go these days. That's what I'm cleaning out first. Other than that, the holidays are fast approaching. We're busy. Loving everybody who's leaving some love for the Thunder Show. And I am outsy because you, with a little bit of me, we're changing the wine world.